everyone, and welcome back to the Easy English Talk Show. I'm Linda, and I'm really happy you're here with us today. As always, I'm joined by my friend and co-host, Alex.
Hi, everyone. I'm Alex. Thank you so much for tuning in again. We truly appreciate all of you who join us each week to practice English and enjoy these conversations.
Before we begin, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give this video a like. It really helps our show reach more English learners around the world.
Yes, and today's topic is something we all experience every single day.
That's right. We're talking about your workday, the tasks, routines, challenges, and little moments that make up a normal day at work. Whether your job is busy, calm, exciting, or sometimes stressful, there's always something to talk about.
Exactly. Workdays can be full of surprises, and they give us many chances to practice English.
So, speaking of work, Alex, how are you today?
Thanks for asking, Linda. I'm doing pretty well today. My workday started a little busy, but something funny happened that made everything feel lighter. This morning, I had a small deadline to finish a report. I was a bit stressed because I thought it would take a long time, but when I finally sat down to do it, everything went smoothly. I actually finished it faster than I expected. After that, I met a very cheerful customer who thanked me for helping him last week. His smile and energy really made my morning better. And then, this is the funny part, I found out I had been carrying 2 different socks the whole day. I didn't even notice until lunchtime. My coworker pointed it out and we both laughed so hard.
Wow, 2 different socks, that's adorable. And honestly, I think we all need those small funny moments at work. As for me, my day started off a little chaotic. I had back-to-back classes, and one of my students accidentally walked into the wrong classroom and introduced himself to the wrong teacher. Everyone was confused for a moment, and then we all just started laughing. Later, one of my colleagues helped me prepare materials for my next lesson, which made me feel really supported. It's nice when people at work help each other out.
Absolutely. Those small things, kind coworkers, friendly customers, or even silly mistakes can completely change the mood of the day.
Yes, workdays aren't just about tasks and responsibilities. They're full of emotions, surprises, and little stories like these.
Exactly. And that's what makes work interesting.
Workdays can be full of surprises, and that's what we'll talk about today. So, before we dive deeper, let's talk a little about today's topic, your workday. A workday is everything that happens while you're doing your job. Your routine, your tasks, the people you work with, and even the emotions you feel throughout the day. Some days are productive, some are stressful, and others are surprisingly fun. All of these moments are part of what we call a workday.
And learning how to describe your workday in English is really useful. It helps you talk about your job clearly, share your experiences with friends or coworkers, and communicate naturally in conversations. It's also a great way to practice vocabulary you can use every single day.
In today's episode, you'll learn helpful words for talking about daily tasks, how to express feelings related to work, and how to describe real situations that happen during the day.
We'll share stories, break down vocabulary, and practice speaking together.
All right then, let's start by sharing what a normal workday looks like for us. So, Alex, let's start with something simple. What does a normal workday look like for you?
Well, my workday usually follows a pretty clear routine, and routine means the usual order of things you do every day. I wake up around 7 a.m., make some coffee, and check my emails before leaving home. Once I get to the office, I look at my schedule and write down the tasks I want to finish. Making that plan helps me stay productive, which means getting a lot done in a good amount of time.
That sounds like a strong start to the day.
I try. My mornings are usually quieter, so I focus on important tasks, writing reports, answering emails, or preparing for meetings. Around noon, I take a break. A break is simply a short rest during your workday. I usually eat lunch with a coworker or walk outside for a few minutes. Even 5 minutes helps refresh my mind.
I totally agree. a small break can make a big difference.
Then in the afternoon, things get busier. I might have customer calls, team meetings, or unexpected tasks. Some days feel fast, some slow, but I always try to finish the most important things before I leave. At the end of the day, I update my task list and get ready for the next morning.
Your routine sounds structured, but flexible. That's great. My workday is a little different because I teach. I start by preparing lessons, then I teach several classes in a row. Between classes, I take tiny breaks to drink water or stretch. It helps me stay productive and focused. At the end of the day, I review my lessons and plan what I want to improve.
It's interesting how different our jobs are, but we both follow routines and take breaks to stay balanced.
Exactly. Now, let's look at some real situations that happen during a workday. Alex, I'm really curious, are your mornings usually busy or do they start slowly for you?
Oh, they're definitely busy, Linda. My mornings feel like they start at full speed. The moment I open my laptop, I already have a long list of emails waiting. Some are quick replies, but others are important tasks I need to finish before lunch. And when I check my busy schedule, I sometimes just think, wow, here we go again. That's why I really try to focus during the first hour. If I lose focus, the entire morning becomes chaotic.
I can totally imagine that, Alex. Mornings really set the mood for the whole day.
Exactly. And I often have morning meetings too. If the meeting is clear and short, great. But if not, it makes the morning feel even busier. Still, I try to stay organized so things don't get overwhelming.
Alex, let's talk about your coworkers. How do you usually work with your colleagues?
Honestly, Linda, I think I'm lucky. My team has really good teamwork. Everyone helps each other. When one person is struggling, someone else steps in right away. We really try to cooperate, which means working together toward one goal. And the support I get from them makes a big difference. Just last week, I was confused about a new report format. I was stressed, and Maria, my coworker, noticed it. She came over and said, "Alex, want me to show you the shortcut?" 10 minutes with her saved me hours.
Maria sounds amazing. I have someone like that too. Sarah. She always helps me prepare materials between classes. Sometimes she even brings me a cup of tea when I'm exhausted. Her support always lifts my mood.
Those kinds of coworkers make a workplace feel human, Linda.
So, Alex, let's be honest. What is something challenging about your workday?
Oh, there are plenty of challenges, Linda. One big challenge is multitasking. Some days, everything comes at once. Emails, phone calls, reports, meetings. And when that happens, the pressure builds up quickly. I've learned that the best way is to slow down and solve things one by one. If I don't decide what to solve first, the stress just grows.
I feel that deeply, Alex. For me, as a teacher, one challenge is managing students with different learning speeds. Some understand very fast, while others need more time. I need to adapt constantly. It's rewarding, but tiring on certain days.
Your brain is definitely working nonstop, Linda.
Trust me, it feels like it. But, like you, breaking things down helps a lot. All right, Alex, enough about stress. What makes your workday better?
Oh, many things, Linda. First, music. When I play soft background music, I feel calmer and more motivated. Second, coffee. A good cup of coffee brings me positive energy, especially on tough days. But honestly, the biggest thing is my coworkers. Daniel, for example, always makes jokes. Even on my most stressful days, his jokes feel like a mini vacation for my brain. Just one small laugh is like taking a small break.
I love that, Alex. For me, what makes my workday better is seeing my students enjoy the lesson. When they smile or say, "Linda, I understand now," it gives me so much positive energy. And sometimes a simple compliment from a colleague changes my whole day.
It's amazing, Linda, how small moments can completely change the feeling of a workday.
Exactly. Work isn't just about tasks. It's about people, energy, emotions, and little surprises throughout the day.
You know, Alex, talking about our workdays like this actually shows something important. Describing your workday can really improve communication skills. When you explain your tasks, your challenges, and your feelings, you learn how to express ideas more clearly. It also helps you understand yourself better and talk to others in a more natural way.
I completely agree, Linda. Using simple language to describe daily work makes conversations easier and more real. It also helps us become more organized. Organized means keeping things in order, so life feels less chaotic. When you talk about your workday regularly, you start to notice patterns like what makes you stressed or what helps you stay calm.
Exactly. That's why I keep a small work journal. Every evening, I write a few lines about my day, what I finished, what made me feel good, and what I want to improve. It doesn't take long, but it helps me stay more balanced, which means emotionally steady, not too stressed or too tired. And when I read my journal later, I can see progress that I didn't even notice before.
I love that idea, Linda. I don't write things down, but I like to share my work stories with friends or coworkers I trust. Sometimes just talking about your day helps release stress. And when someone gives you an encouraging word, encouraging means something that gives you confidence, you suddenly feel lighter. Sharing stories can help you feel more efficient too, because hearing someone else's tips or methods gives you new ideas for your own workflow.
That's so true, Alex. Even simple phrases like, "Today was productive for me. I felt a bit stressed, but I solved it. My colleague was really supportive today." These small sentences help people understand your day and your emotions. They also make conversations feel warmer and more genuine.
Yes, and describing your workday is useful in so many situations. Chatting with coworkers, talking to your boss, writing messages, or even practicing English with friends. It builds confidence and clarity.
And I think it helps strengthen relationships too. When you share your day, people feel closer to you and they might share back.
Exactly. Talking about work isn't just practical, it's a way to connect with others.
All right, then. Now that we've explored the topic, let's practice a real work conversation. All right, Alex, let's do a quick role play. Imagine we just met each other right after work at a small cafe. I'll start the conversation. Hey, Alex, it's the end of the day. How was your workday?
Hi, Linda. My day was pretty good, actually. It was really busy in the morning, but also quite productive. I finished 2 reports that I've been working on for a while, so that felt great. But there was a moment when I got a little stressed because a client called with an unexpected request. Luckily, my coworker Maria was really helpful and joined the call with me. After that, things slowed down and the afternoon became more relaxing.
That sounds like a full day, Alex. For me, my workday also had a mix of everything. My morning classes were busy and I had to move quickly from one lesson to another, but the students were engaged, which made the day feel productive. In the afternoon, one of my colleagues surprised me with a cup of tea, such a small thing, but it made me feel supported. And once all my classes were done, I had a quiet hour to plan tomorrow, which felt really relaxing.
It sounds like both of us had busy but meaningful days.
Yes, and sharing these details helps us appreciate the little moments.
Exactly. This is how you can talk about your workday in real life.
Now, let's take a moment to look at some useful vocabulary from today's topic. These words will help you describe your workday clearly and naturally. We'll explain each word in simple English, give examples, and then ask you to repeat after us.
Our first word is routine. A routine is the usual way you do things every day. It's your regular pattern or schedule.
Here are some examples. My morning routine includes coffee and checking emails. Linda has a teaching routine that helps her stay organized.
Repeat after us. Routine. Great. Use this word when you talk about daily habits at work.
The next word is task. A task is a piece of work you need to do. It can be small or large.
Examples. I have 3 tasks to finish before lunch. Alex completed his tasks early today.
Repeat after us. Task. Perfect. You can use this word when talking about your responsibilities.
Our next word is productive. Productive means getting a lot done in a good amount of time. It's the opposite of wasting time.
Here are some examples. I felt very productive this morning after finishing my report. Short breaks can help you stay productive throughout the day.
Repeat. Productive. Use this word when you talk about days or moments when work goes smoothly.
Now let's look at the word challenge. A challenge is something difficult that you need to deal with or overcome.
Examples. Multitasking is a big challenge for many workers. Teaching different skill levels in one class is a challenge for Linda.
Repeat. Challenge. Use it to talk about problems you face during your workday.
Next, we have support. Support means help, encouragement, or assistance from another person.
Examples. Maria gave Alex support when he was confused about the report. A supportive coworker can make your workday better.
Repeat after us. Support. This is a useful word when talking about teamwork and colleagues.
Let's move on to pressure. Pressure means stress or the feeling that you must do something quickly or correctly.
Examples. Alex felt pressure when he had multiple tasks at once. Deadlines often create pressure for workers.
Repeat. Pressure. Use this when describing stressful parts of your job.
Our last word for today is efficient. Efficient means working well without wasting time or energy. It's about doing things in a smart and effective way.
Examples. Planning your tasks can help you be more efficient. Linda uses simple tools to stay efficient during busy days.
Repeat after us. Efficient. This is a great word for describing good work habits.
So today's vocabulary list included routine, task, productive, challenge, support, pressure, and efficient. These words are very helpful when you talk about your job or daily responsibilities.
Try using them in sentences today. For example, my routine helps me stay efficient. I faced a challenge but got support from my team. Despite the pressure, I had a productive day.
The more you practice, the more natural your English will sound.
Great work so far. Now let's move on to a quick practice session.
All right, everyone. It's time for our mini practice session. This is where you get to use today's vocabulary and practice speaking out loud. Let's start with some simple repeat after me sentences.
Sentence 1. My routine helps me stay organized at work. Repeat after me. My routine helps me stay organized at work.
Sentence 2. I feel productive when I finish my tasks on time. Repeat. I feel productive when I finish my tasks on time.
Sentence 3. Good support from coworkers makes work easier. Repeat after me. Good support from coworkers makes work easier. Great job!
Now, let's try 2 fill-in-the-blank sentences. Think of the right word before Alex gives you the answer.
Deadlines can create a lot of blank during the week. Options: pressure or efficient.
The correct answer is pressure.
2. Taking short breaks helps me stay blank and focused. Options: efficient or task.
And the answer is efficient. Now it's your turn. What does your workday usually look like? Take a moment to think about it.
Here are some sample answers to help you. My workday is busy in the morning but more relaxing in the afternoon. I usually have many tasks, but my coworkers support me. My routine includes meetings, emails, and short breaks to stay productive.
Great practice. Remember, even simple sentences help you build confidence when talking about your workday.
All right, let's move on to the summary.
All right, everyone, let's take a moment to review what we learned today. Our goal in this episode was to help you talk about your workday in clear, simple English. Work is a big part of our daily lives, and being able to describe your routine, tasks, challenges, and positive moments can make your communication much more natural.
Yes, and today, Linda and I shared a lot about our own work days. I talked about my busy mornings full of emails and tasks, the teamwork and support I get from my colleagues, the pressure of multitasking, and the small things like music and coffee that make my day better. And Linda shared her teaching routine, the challenges she faces with different student levels, and the positive energy she gets from her colleagues and students.
We also learned 7 useful vocabulary words that you can use to describe your own workday: routine, task, productive, challenge, support, pressure, efficient. These words help you express what your job is like and how you feel during the day.
And remember, being able to describe your workday doesn't just help you speak English better. It also helps you understand your own habits, communicate clearly with coworkers, and build stronger relationships. Talking about work experiences can make conversations more meaningful and balanced.
Exactly. So try using today's vocabulary when talking to a friend, coworker, or even writing a short note about your day. The more you use it, the more confident you'll feel.
You did great today. Thanks for learning with us.
Now let's finish with our question of the day. And now it's time for our question of the day. What is one thing that makes your workday better? It could be a small break, a friendly coworker, your favorite drink, finishing an important task, or even a peaceful moment during the day. Whatever it is, we love to hear your answer.
Yes, share your thoughts in the comments below. Writing your answer not only helps you practice English, but also helps you notice the positive moments in your work life. And your comment might inspire someone else to make their own day a little brighter.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today. We really appreciate your effort and your energy.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new lesson.
We'll see you again in the next episode of the Easy English Talk Show.
Take care and see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.